Hi everyone, welcome back to Tanya to Guide. So in this video, I'm going to show you string and its manipulation. So here are the string manipulations about this program. So let's declare a variable. Here I'm declaring a is a variable in which I'm writing Tanya to giving a column on that guide. So now here I declared a variable a is Tanya to comma guide. Now I just wanted to find out the manipulation of this. Now for suppose if I wanted to find print of length of a. So what does this mean actually? So this will help you to find the number of elements in the string. Okay. So most of the people will get confused from the list manipulations and the set manipulations. But here length is a method used to find the number of items, values or elements. So now let's see how we are going to get the output. So now most of the people will get a doubt. Now what is the output? I think you will be guessing there. So the number of items, even I gave a comma, that will be also calculated in the length. If you give space, that will be also calculated. See, let's run it. How we are going to get in the output. Yeah, see here it is 13. So the numbers in the output is how many? It is 13, right? So now if I gave space after this guide, see here, I gave 2 spaces. Now what should be the output? It should be 15, right? Yeah, it is 15 because even the spaces, whatever we give, it will be considered as a length. Okay, so this is the most important thing. Most of the people, what they'll do is they'll directly calculate only the letters. But even if you gave any kind of spaces, any kind of comma or else columns or anything, it will be calculated. So this is the first manipulation in the string. So now let's go for the second manipulation where we'll get the index position. So for the variable a, I'm just finding that print of a of first index position. So always when you're giving an index position, you mention that with a square brackets. Now see, you will get the value of the length and also the index position, what is there at first index. So T is in 0th index position and H is in the first index position. That's why we are getting as H. Okay. Yeah. Now let's go to the another one. If you wanted to get Tanya to comma guide in complete capital letters, what we have to do is print of a dot, the variable dot lower and mention that with parenthesis. See, so a dot lower, that means variable dot lower, which will help you to get all in small letters. Now see, everything is in small, right? Now one more question is running in your mind, that what if I need it in capital letters? Print of a dot upper, a dot upper, close the parenthesis. Now you'll get Tanya to guide in complete capital letters. See, we got Tanya to guide in capital letters, right? So what if you wanted to print from what particular index? You will be using a method called slicing. So now see here, print of a, in that I just wanted to print from some 2 to 5. This means that it starts printing from second index position to fourth index only. The last 5 will be minus 1, n minus 1. That means it will print only for the fourth index position. So what is the second index position here? A. The third index is n and the fourth index is y. So a and y will be the output. See here, a and y is the output, right? Now I'm going to show you one more thing, that is if you wanted to replace anything. Okay, now see, in order to replace anything, print of a dot, that means variable dot replace. In that you just mention, instead of capital T, I just wanted to get some J, Janya. Okay, so now put J. Okay, now separate that with a comma. Separate that with a comma. Now include the letter whatever you want. Actually, there is no J, but let's see how we are going to get it. I just want to make an error here. T. Okay, see here, what do we get here? So we don't get anything when it is Tanya to guide. Okay, but here if you see, if I change T with H, what do we get here? See here, Hanya guide, double H is there. So whenever you wanted to replace anything, the first one should be the letter you should pick from the variable. And the next one should be whatever you wanted to replace that. Now see here, now I just wanted to replace that H with again T. See, print of A dot replace. In that I just wanted to replace the H with, so replace the H with, separate that with a comma. Now T again. So now what do we get here? Let's see. Tanya to guide again. Okay, but already the letter is there. So I am replacing the second letter H with T. That is the reason we are getting like Tanya as T-T-A-N-Y-A. Okay, I hope everyone understood this string manipulation. Just be careful with this replace method. Okay, so this is like when you wanted to replace anything, you will get. I'll show you one more program. I'll just declare some other variable where B equals to, I'll write a name, some other name like screen. Okay, so now if you wanted to replace the screen with some other letter, now print of B dot replace. Now I just wanted to replace S with capital S. So now see, S, separate that with a comma. Now put capital S. Okay, now see how we are going to replace that. What will be the output? You'll get the same screen, but the S will be in capital letters. Now, if you wanted to replace again the capital letter with small, what do we get? See here, print of B dot replace. Now capital S, right? So capital S, separate that with a comma. Now again, make it to small s. Now see, what do we get here? Double S will get. Okay, see, now it is replaced with what? Screen. Okay, the capital letter is replaced with small s again. So this is how it starts working. Okay, so I hope everyone understood these manipulations. Let's move forward to the next one, which is, here I'm going to show you a program to find a plus b whole square. Okay, in mathematical, you know that, write a program to find a plus b, okay, a plus b whole square. Okay, you know that it is a square plus b square plus 2a and b, right? This is the formula. Now I'm going to show you the proof for this. Okay, yeah, so see here, now in order to make it work, we need to declare a variable a equals to input so enter a value, the variable value of a and mean. Okay, so now, so everyone, I hope you will get a doubt, why don't we write input? I just wanted to tell you, I just wanted to remind you again and again that if you don't give integer, float and all that, by defaultly the Python interpreter will assume that it is a string. So for that, what we need to do, we need to write int. Okay, so now we should close the bracket at the end. Now write the same thing, that b equals to int of input, enter b value. Okay, so enter b value. Now here we declare two variables. Now the third one is c is another variable. C is another variable in which we have to write that a plus b, a plus b. Okay, so a plus b whole square. This is the one thing. And next declare one more, because the values of a plus b whole to the power of 2 equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab is always equal. So I'm going to prove it mathematically through a program. So now d equals to a square plus b square plus 2a and b, right? Now, many of the people were guessing that what condition should we use to use a comparison? If C equals to D. Okay, put a column. If you don't put the column, you will get an error. So now if C equals to D, what do we get here? Okay, you should include a body of the statement inside that. By defaultly, it will take 4 spaces. So don't forget that. Otherwise, it will get indentation error. So the equation is correct. The equation is correct. Okay. Always remember one thing, that you should write always the code meaningful way. It's not like don't write some other irrelevant. Okay. So always write the code in a very relevant way. So now if the conditions are not satisfied, print. What do we print? Like the equation is wrong, or else the equation is not proved. I'm writing the equation is wrong. Okay, so now let's just run it, how it's working. See here, enter a value. I'm just writing 2. The value of a is sum 2. Now they'll again asking the value of 3. Now see, the equation is correct. Let's run it once again. See here, I'm just running it once again. Now enter a value. I'm just writing -1. Again enter value -3. Now see how it will happen. So the equation is correct. So why it is getting correct all the time? Because whenever we are using the squares and all that, it will, even if you write -1 of whole square, it will be getting to the positive. The equation finally it is getting correct. Okay. So this is how to prove that a plus b whole square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I hope everyone understood this. So if at all I'm missing anything, please let me know in my comment section. This will be very much useful for the further videos. Thank you, everyone.